goes the road, St Helens, bringing you all the action. Super League round 13, I believe. Bradford out on the pitch first, their side for this evening. With us at full-back, Vicona, Naylor, Gilmore and Price to three-quarters. The two Pauls at half-back. Vergara, Lowes, McDermott in the front row. Peacock, Gardner and Forshaw the loose forward. On the bench, Anderson, Rigon, Mackay and Fielden. Here come your Saints, led out by two matchday mascots. Ben Adams, 10 years of age, from Long Lane School, Warrington. His hobbies are football and rugby, watching the Saints. His favourite player is Captain Chris Joynt. And a young lady, Abby McNulty, she's 10 years old. She attends Cinnamon Brow School at Warrington. Her hobbies are riding a bike, playing on the computer, watching the Saints. There they go now, the two mascots. Her favourite player is Chris Joynt, the captain, and Abby's mum Sam works in the Saints Superstore. So go in and tell her I sent you in. So that's Abby McNulty, her mother Sam that works in the shop. The Saints side, Tony Stewart at full-back. Hall, Iro, Newlove and Sullivan. Sculthorpe and Wellens the half-back pairing with Furley, Cunningham and Nicol the front row, Joint, Shields and Hoppy the back three. Yonkers, Cruikshank, Hyam and Edmondson are on the interchange bench. You're with Micron Video bringing you all the action. My name's Ron Hoof. Mick McGowan's joining me, and Mick, a blowy evening, but Saints are going to be up against it, aren't they, without the influential half-back pairing?
Certainly are. Without Tommy Martin and Sean Long, they're going to miss a lot of inspiration and a lot of that virtuosity that they come up with in midfield. But they're starting the game off with the wind, Saints. It's a strong wind, you call it blowy. I'd say it's a bloody gale, Ron. Coming straight into our faces, and it'd be interesting just to see who Saints have nominated to kick, because two main kickers are off as well.
Yes, that's true. Obviously Sculthorpe can do some tactical kicking, and obviously he's going to be doing the goal kicking as well, as Cunningham drives it forward. Saints played it quickly. Sonny Nicol back in the starting lineup. Saints have got to hit Bradford hard, and Cunningham goes again. Still driving through is Cunningham. Finally brought down, 15 metres short. Saints with the tails up early on in the piece. Sculthorpe puts the ball out there. Well, Yonkers is on from the start, so obviously there's been a change, and the ball comes out. Bradford has it. I say Yonkers is on the starting 13 mix, so there's obviously been a late change.
Looks like it. Very interesting that first set though, Ron. Saints running the ball quickly from acting half. If you cast your mind back to that fabulous game back end of last season when the Saints beat the Bulls here in extra time, that's exactly what they did when they came out in the second half. Pick the ball up from acting half back and run. So this is Gardner trying to get away off Henry Paul's pass. Henry now inside to Peacock. If we've half as good a game as that one, Ron, it'd be a smashing evening of rugby league. That was a fabulous game, high quality. Henry Paul kicking against the wind, goes to the corner. Hoppy comes in. No, it's not Hoppy, it's Steve Hall. And good chase from Henry Paul on his own kick. Stopped Steve Hall dead. Oh, Joint coughs the ball up in his own red zone. Wasn't the best pass from Anthony Sullivan. I think Joint was expecting Sullivan to run then, and Sullivan just handed on, and Chris had just taken his eye off the ball then. So that's early mistake from Saints, and this wind really blowing. Forshaw runs the ball, sets it up in front of the posts. Bulls will come right. Inside to Peacock, to Naylor. Naylor well held by Nicol and Cunningham. All very tight for Bradford. 3 tackles gone short side. Oh, by corner. Somebody went missing there. Where was Sullivan? Simple try. 3 tries. It looked all very tight. Looked as though the Bulls weren't using the ball at all. But somehow, I think the Bulls had spotted that Sullivan has a tendency just to slip in when they're that close to the line, and a straight pass, and by Connor, acres of space.
Yes, he had, hadn't he, Mick? Moved it quickly to the short side. Obviously putting pressure there. Saints made the mistake. Bulls with the feed at the scrum, and they made no bones about it. Took it quickly, and from Saints nearly scoring at this end. Oh, excuse me, nearly sneezing. It's blowing a gale up here, as Mick said, coming down towards the restaurant end. But it was moved to the right, and no problem by corner. He's bad enough. He's hard enough to stop.
When you run out of it?
Yes, when you have got hold of him and there's people in your way, but there was a big gap there, and the Bulls 4-0 up.
So that's a bit of a let-off for Saints. Be interesting to see where Saints go with this kick. Will they go deep and try and get the ball dead with the assistance of the wind? Will they put it up, go for the short one, or will they try and hang it in the air and put a good chase on? So many options open these days. That's not one of them. The ball blowing off the tee. Helens puts it to ground. It's a good kick. We'll have to defend it. Good kick, and that should never happen. James Laws, Mangana, McDermott, everybody waiting for everybody else. So many options these days with kicks wrong.
Yeah, there is, but obviously that gives us a bit of a chance, as the Bulls have got to drop out from between the sticks. Saints have got to cover it now, as Henry Paul looks to drop out. High kick, it'll hang in the breeze, won't it? Well taken. Yonkers there attacked in half. Yonkers, I think Yonkers must be in at loose forward, Mick. I'm looking for Hoppy, I can't see him. Is Hoppy there? Oh, he is he? That's Helens. No. Saints pressing. Stewart in the line from the full-back position. Saints have got to hit back quickly. Chris Joint. We saw Joint score that late try here in the playoffs last season. Furley slips the ball inside. Sculthorpe puts it back. The game's allowed to go on. The ball had gone back, says referee Bob Connolly. Last tackle of this set of 6. Saints with quick hands and over. Joint again. Joint scores in the corner. On the 6th tackle, Saints put on the power play, and they come up with a 4 points that puts them on level terms. Good play by the Saints. On the 6th tackle, Mick, put the power play on. Maybe a little bit of suspicion when that ball, Sculthorpe put it out. It must have gone back. The referee said it was all right, and he'll do for me, even though he's a pie eater. Saints played on the 6th tackle, moved it on the short side. Joint again. Yeah,
you're right. Well, Mr. Connolly just explaining there to Scott Naylor that in his opinion the ball Naylor had played the ball with his foot, which made it play on. Why did he go back to 6 then? Because it was last tackle.
Difficult conditions. As I said, you're with Micron Video, with Mick McGowan and Ron Hoof. Phil is your cameraman. We must apologise if the pitches are a little bit shaky. Phil's been on the beer for 3 days, but no, it's blowing a hell of a gale down here. The ball gone in on the full, has it there, Mick? All right. Well, it's going to be a scrum down. It should be Bradford head and feet, shouldn't it?
No, it's Saints head and feet.
Did Bradford? I do beg your pardon. As you say, I can't see very far either. But that's Saints breakthrough. Bradford urged to get onside as Cunningham. He puts the ball back. Saints play it again. 4 points apiece. We've had 8 minutes of pulsating action here at Nosey Road, home of the Super League champions, the world champions, the current Challenge Cup holders. But it's going to be a tough ask. Ian Millwood says if the players have got to be multi-skilled, multi-talented. It did look a little high there as they came through. The crowd cried for it, and referee Connolly has obliged and given Saints the penalty. Now will they go for goal? Sculthorpe? Yes, he's going to have a go for goal. As Mick said, they're going to have to. Obviously all points are going to be needed and crucial, and especially points against the league leaders Bradford. Saints are in 5th position, I think after yes, after the old pie eaters getting beat, Mick. I mean, you know, well, we don't like to mention these things, do we? But Warrington, they give them a good battering. Well, I say a good battering, 47-38, and obviously it must have been a hell of a game at Wilderspool. Should have been the Sky game, Mick, and they put Leeds and London, which looked a good game, but it wasn't as good as that one.
Well, I'm sure you're right, Ron. And Warrington rattled a lot of points up early on against Wigan. Wigan got 12 points up, and then they rattled a lot of points up. So it must have been a cracking game to watch, as you say. But in this situation, Saints have got to get every opportunity to kick a goal, because you're not going to be kicking goals other way if this wind keeps up. Got to take every chance you've got.
Yes, and he converts it, but just as Henry Paul did, it looked as though it was on its way. It hit the post. Now the Bulls have the possession.
So Forshaw did well then. Look, all the world as though that was going sailing through the uprights, and nobody actually moved. Everybody's shocked by the fact that it hit the upright. By corner, trying to pinch a couple of yards. Again, Saints look short on that right-hand side. Naylor, well held by Sullivan. Peacock to take this one in. Peacock drives it forward, makes good yards. Bulls almost onto the halfway line. Last tackle. This is where the wind plays a big part in the game. They're spreading it. They're going with the hands. It's Gartner. It's Gilmore. Puts his foot to it. Oh, Stewart's knocked on. It's play on. Price is on chase. Oh, excellent defence from that man right down there. And it's... On it Wellens, it is.
Yeah, Wellens coming over and getting the ball away. Excuse me. Frog in the throat, all that sort of stuff. Scrum down, head and feet to the Bulls in a good attacking position again. Saints have made a mistake. Now Saints have got to contain the Bulls.
Yeah, well, I won't say Saints made a mistake. It was terrific attacking play. Here's Henry Paul from the scrum. Oh, it throws a wild one. And James Laws is out at scrum. Takes first pass off scrum. How often do you see that? I mean, the Bulls spread the ball on the 5th and really got players away. Saints did exceptionally well to scramble back and get the ball dead. So, third tackle, 10 metres in front of the post. Robbie Paul steps, feeds Gilmore outside. Kevin Iro, simple. Looks simple, but it's well set up. Excellent handling. Robbie Paul going to the line and jinking, and that just puts that doubt in defenders' minds. And the pass got Gilmore outside of Kevin Iro. Here comes Robbie Paul, just steps, and Iro just angled himself in, then he was lost then. As soon as the pass went, he'd gone.
Bradford came up with the 4 points. Here comes the conversion attempt, and it's over this time. So the Bulls take a 6-point lead, Mick.
Yeah, 10 points to 4. 13 minutes gone. Wow, this is outstanding football and entertainment. Classic stuff. That was an amazing kick from Henry Paul, way out on that left-hand touchline. Wellens gets us away. It's Sculthorpe gets us away again. Oh, and it almost works again. Play on. Vagana. With Iro hanging onto his shirt collar. Oh, Gartner gets a good pass off Forshaw. Keeps going, looking for support. Saints with that very tight defence, and the Bulls here looking to spread it to get past them, and they have done. Peacock can't get his ball away. Good defence from Stewart and Newlow. Here goes McDermott now. Sets it up again. Bulls on the halfway line. Short side. Henry Paul steps. Good tackle underneath from Sculthorpe. You had to take the man. Robbie Paul. That's anybody's ball. The tricky are these in these conditions. Excellently well taken by Wellens. So have we had a switch in positions, Ron? Has Wellens gone to full back, or did he just drop back for that fifth tackle?
Well, he's all over it. They're on a roving commission, and Wellens is safe as houses at the back. As St. spread it on the short side. Newlove breaks through the tackle. The third attempt brings him down. Mr. Connolly in, and Naylor penalised for lying on. He's had a warning, he's going to be spoken to. 10 minutes in the sin bin he's given him. Obviously he said something out of context, Mick, and the captain, Robbie, he's gone over to him now and asked him. He's just explaining. No excuse for that, Mick, is there?
No, none whatsoever. When you're in a situation like this, a cauldron like this, get on with the game. He's had a go earlier on with Mr. Connolly. And if you're going to say something to Mr. Connolly, do it quietly, off the cuff. Don't make a big show of it. He's going to send you to sin bin for that.
Aye, and he did. So Bradford down to 12 men. Saints are going to try and capitalise. Wellens, drop-off ball inside. Sonny Nicol, the man, in possession. Former Saint, well, obviously back with Saint, second spell. Former Bull as well.
Former Sheffield.
Aye, former Sheffield. The Saints move it. Let's just say he's been around a bit, Mick, eh? That'll save us going, but yes, he's been a good servant to rugby league. Cunningham looking to squeeze the ball out. Saints pressing, 10 metres short. They move it to the right. Well taken, good ball. Burley, Shields I should say. Now it's with Nicol. Nicol, yes! Sonny Nicol scores! Good work by Peter Shields. And Sonny Nicol backing up. Took the short pass. Always looking to squeeze the ball out is Shields. As Mick was saying before, Shields and Burley have been a revelation here. But Sonny Nicol over in the 16th minute for an excellent try, which makes it 10 points to 8. And Paul Sculthorpe now, and I hope I can catch this, Mick, because I'm writing Bob on in line. But a good reply there.
If it comes our way, you'll have to catch it, because I'm not going to try, Ron.
And now Paul Sculthorpe, if he can get me as a marker, will be Bob on here, and it'll be level pegging again at 10 apiece. Come on, my son, that's it. Spot on, right through the post. All level, Mick. Good game, tied up, 10 points apiece. Saints to receive the ball now. What a game we've got.
Absolutely. Perfect evening, the field's in excellent nick. Just one or two little bare patches, but we've had enough rain just to make it decking and stood. Strong wind, but that'll favour both teams. Bradford will have their chance with wind after our time. So everything's set fair for outstanding sporting spectacle again.
It drops at half time and we get the wind, you know, it turns round, yes. Oh, the ball's loose, Saints have it. Well taken, Nairo, he did well there. It was bobbling about. The referee there. A penalty to Bradford. Obviously, tactical kicking off from the kick-off, and Bradford come up with the penalty. And it's, as you say, Mick, Henry Paul's going to have a go.
Yeah, well, being ambitious for Henry, it's well within his range normally, especially the way he's been kicking this season. But again, the wind having an influence there. The wind's so strong, Ron, that you can't go deep. So you've got to put it up in the air and hope that the elements work in your favour, which in that particular case they did. And as we talk, the wind just gets stronger and stronger. So it's a big ask is this. Have to be a low trajectory from Henry. He's set it low. And that just shows you how strong the wind is. You don't often see them blow off these tees, do you, Ron?
No, you don't, Mick. It's, as I say, 19 minutes all on, 20 minutes gone. Blowing hell of a gale down here. We're on the restaurant end. All the Bradford spectators, and there's quite a contingent in the Eddington. And here he comes, it's teed it up again. As Mick says, it'll have to be low. But obviously, it's going to have to be accurate. Looks as though it's on its way. Oh, and it's waved away. Always worth the attempt. All points are going to be crucial, aren't they, Mick? Saints will have to drop out.
Well, he got second prize, he got the ball dead. Only just made it dead. It looked as though he was going bang through the middle, and it just veered off with the wind. And look at this. Look at that for a drop out. That's gone 60, 70 metres. We've got Fielding on. And Anderson for Van Garner and McDermott. And that'll tell us it's 20 minutes gone. Are we right?
Yeah, we're right.
Smack on. The work to clockwork this Bradford team. Here goes Anderson. Then nobody back for the Bulls, nobody back for the mistake in these conditions. Nobody hanging back, nobody bobbying, everybody up in the line. That's risky stuff. Anybody drops the ball here, they'll be going backwards with the ball. Here goes. Peacock, good tackle underneath. From Fairley. Henry Paul, kick to the right. Sullivan. Good chase. Robbie Paul. And Forshaw. Here comes Yonkers. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's Yonkers. He's slammed down. 2 tackles gone.
Yes, good tackling by the Bulls, and Saints pressed at that end. Sullivan inside now. Not a lot of way through this Bulls defence. Still all square, 10 points apiece. 21 minutes. Tremendous crowd here. Obviously Saturday night rugby at Nosey Road, and the kick downfield. Withers lets it go. The run dead. Obviously 20-metre tap restart. It looked as though it was bobbling, but Withers had the presence of mind. They knew there was a lot of beef on it, Mick. With the wind, he let it go. Now Bradford will try and just settle it down, won't they? Bradford back very slowly. James Lowes will restart. Well, the referee, let's tell him to get on with it. The Bulls still down to 12 men. The referee's took a tumble. The sniper's got him, as Mick Morgan would say. But it's the Bulls pressing with Fielding. Brings it on the short side. Saints cover defence comes in this time. Oh, well taken there. A terrible ball that, Mick, dipping. But he did do well to control it in difficult conditions. Robbie Paul out to Forshaw, playing well, isn't he? Just signed a new 2-year contract, is it? And he's been playing well, hasn't he? Anderson. Last one of the sequence. What will the Bulls do? They'll try and put pressure on the Saints, obviously. Hint of a little bit of obstruction as Fieldham dabbed it through. Saints do have the possession. The Bulls have them pressed in their own 20. Good breakthrough. Good running. Wellens again, I think that is. And Saints again move it. Quickly, an overlap for the Saints if they can run it out. The Bradford cover defence were shipping across. But good tackling there, prevented the ball being released. Saints still taking on the short side. Newlove out to Sullivan. He comes inside. The ball to Stewart. The Saints keep it alive. It's with Sculthorpe. Good tackle there. Forshaw with the tackle. Saints are pressing. Cunningham will look for that gap. Just taken by the ankle. Last one. Saints will run it again. Joint. Yonkers looking for support. Joint there. Inside to Iro. Iro dabs it through. It's all on. Bradford come up with it. Pressure there by the Saints. Bradford withstand the storm. It's now with Withers, Mick.
Excellent football from both teams. Great scrambling defence. Fabulous off-the-cuff stuff from Saints. Here goes by corner. Oh, that was fairly great tackle and offside for the Saints. And Wellens gone to full back. So here goes Henry Paul, feeds Gilmore. Gilmore being in outstanding form, 3 tries last week. Just starting to find his feet in this Bradford attack. Here goes Anderson. Anderson bounding forward. There's that bar stand, all shout forward at once. They do play it flat though, the Bradford. They play it right on the line. Field and making good yards. Late move, good work. Shields did well. Or was it Fairley? Came up and put the ball out. Gartner can't hang on. Good defence, good solid defence from Saints then. Right in the Bulls' faces. Naylor's just back on now, Ron, so Bulls back up to full complement. 13 on the field. This is Wellens. Good offload again. Sculthorpe finds Newlove. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Nearly right onto Newlove. Felt it, did Newlove. Fairley comes forward. Saints playing the ball quickly, running strong, using the ball, precise passing. Oh, bit of a trip there from Henry Paul. A knock on. As referees, as they see it as a trip. Here goes by corner. Good tackle from Edmondson. Put a big shoulder on by corner. Saints defence stiffening up. Here goes Fielden. Bulls finding yards tough to make. 27 minutes gone. Here's Forshaw. Wants a runner. Feeds loads offloads to Henry Paul. Floats one over. Naylor into by corner. Excellent handling from both sides. By corner just looking for a soft spot in the middle of the field. Didn't find one. Fairley close the door. Here goes Robbie Paul. Throws one through. Fielden with a chance. Wants a runner. Hands one over. Chances. Gilmore. Gilmore toes it. And Steve Hall goes down, and that's a relief for the Saints, Ron.
Yes, plenty of Bradford pressure there, no danger about that. And Saints once again camped in their own 20. Mark Edmondson on for Sonny Nicol, as we've said before. He started the last two as Mark Edmondson. He's been playing well. He didn't have a good end of last season, obviously he had an injury, but now staking his claim. But Saints still with injured players, Stankovic, Vitautier, obviously Sean Long and Tommy Martin. But the stand-in half-back duo are doing well. Saints bring it on the short side. Joint out to the back door. Saints try to keep it alive. Good tackling by the Bulls. Wrapped him up there. No chance of squeezing the ball out. Little bit of mauling at the play of the ball. Referee Connolly's putting up with it as it's dabbed downfield. Withers will watch it go dead. Paul Wellens to put the ball through, and the Bulls will restart from the 20.
Yeah, it's very difficult to judge the pace of the ball in this wind to get it right. And it seems as though Stewart is playing in defence. He comes up and plays on the inside of the centre and the defensive line. But when they've got the ball, oh, Robbie Paul hands it straight onto Iro. It wasn't Iro. It was Oppie. Or was it Hall? Steve Hall. It is there. Oh, good work from Shields again. That pass out the back. Sculthorpe's got a runner. Gummies. Excellent stuff from Sculthorpe. Bradford players trying to sort out between themselves. That was good stuff. Sculthorpe had a man coming on his left-hand shoulder, he knew it. Came running, just showed the ball, then put 2 steps on and got over the line. Excellent football.
Yes, a super try from Sculthorpe. He's playing well, he's playing out of his skin. We were chatting before, obviously, he has been playing with Sean Long and he's been pairing up with Sean Long very well. But obviously, as Mick said, he's got a team up with Paul Wellens today. Again, it's something they have done before, but Sculthorpe, great player, going from strength to strength, brought the ball down, influential in the centre of the field. Had men coming at him, he'd players with him, give a lovely dummy, and then arced round and touched down for the try. Tremendous try. but Saints took the lead in the 29th minute there with his Sculthorpe try. He's going to pop this one over just about my distance, that. He does so, and the Saints take the lead, Mick, for the first time, 16 points to 10, and obviously that's going to give them a buzz. Bradford got a kick off, and it'll be tactical kicking again, but certainly a good game, and let's hope Bradford haven't been too complacent, thinking that no half-back pairings, that they've nothing to beat.
Well, they won't be complacent now, and certainly Saints have been very alive and very alert, and asked a lot of questions of the Bulls' defence. Again, Henry Paul goes high, it's hanging, it's blowing about, it's anybody's. Price jumps, Gilmore comes up with it, and it's play on. Oh, the Bulls have got the ball back. Eight minutes to go. Forshaw almost drops it, hangs on. Good defence from Saints. Fielden comes in on the angle, as it Jamie Peacock. Robbie Paul again, a wild pass. This is Iro coming away. Two passes from Robbie Paul here that were blind. Sculthorpe, Giannullo, Newlo tries to get outside his man, turns the ball inside to Stewart. Stewart gets away. Stewart's away from Anderson, all away. Outstanding rugby league from the Saints. All came from Robbie Paul. The Bulls were attacking on the left-hand side, 2 metres from the line. Robbie Paul threw a blind pass, and didn't the Saints make him pay?
They certainly did make the full length of the field. The Saints came there, enterprising rugby, all starting with Iro. We're taking that ball. He run along the line of defence, brought it over here, and then the ball was interpassed. Newlove making a big run. Stewart coming round, and Stewart broke through the attempted tackle, and he's just been playing well lately, Stewart. The last few games took it well. I mean, he scored 3 against Salford, but great running there, and down for the 4-pointer. That's rocked the Bulls before half-time, especially from the kick-off. The Bulls coming up with the possession, as they have done, with good tactical kicking. Well, that makes it 20 points to 10. Similar, well, more or less the same position for Scully, and that should make it 22-10, a 12-point advantage, and I would imagine Brian Noble won't be the happiest of persons, but yet, still no worry. I mean, it's only 12 points. Anything can happen in a game of rugby. You can have us trying a goal in the blink of an eye. Sculthorpe converts it, and the Saints with a 22-10 lead, Mick, with 7 minutes left of the half.
Well, breathtaking. These two teams do put on some good entertainment when they play each other. It's a fabulous game for the armchair watchers. But Robbie Paul won't be happy with those 2 passes he made. Again, goes high, it's blowing over to the touchline once again. Price's first one up, Gilmore collects it once more, feeds Withers. Withers not had a chance to run, feeds Henry Paul. Look at this for football. These two teams do save some good stuff up. Outstanding defence too. Outstanding defence. Newlo, Sullivan and Edmondson.
The spirit's there, Mick, isn't it? You can see that Saints know they've got the bit between the teeth. They're struggling, obviously, with injury, but we've only a small squad. You've got to get on with it, but they're all playing for each other. They bundled Naylor into touchdown. You could see, you know, the effort.
And once again, straight from the kick-off, the Bulls turned the ball over, more or less. They won the ball on the left-hand side of the field, played some exceptional football on to get it right over here, give Naylor a chance of a run, and he ended up being bundled into touch. You wouldn't see that much action in a rugby union game, what went on in just that last 3 or 4 minutes, that you'd see in 2 seasons of rugby union. And I'm not joking. This is Nickel back on. Bulls, this last 10-15 minutes have not got that tight in your face defence going. Joint spinning out to tackles. Sculthorpe puts that through and chases. Liam Price covering round behind his full-back. Got a chance to run. Scored a great try here last season, and he's getting away again. Good stuff. Good chase. Good return. Forshaw. Offloads to Henry Paul. Now Fielden comes on this left-hand side. Meets some strong defence from Nicol. Anderson now. Anderson not really running that time. Ball set for the spread. Ball will go out to Robbie. Wants a little chip through from Henry to Robbie. Well, good setup. Yes. Wellens did well. He read it well. Didn't commit himself. Waited for Robbie Paul to pick the ball. This is anybody's. Oh, it's comes up with, is it Newell that's got the ball? Sullivan gets away from Anderson. Quick work from Sullivan.
Yes, Saints pressing now with weathered the storm. I thought Bradford had knocked it forward, but Saints coming through. Mark Edmondson sidestepping to boot. Down to the halfway line. Cunningham takes over the running. Along the line of defence, puts the Yonkers through a big hole. Back to Cunningham. Saints throwing it about, running rampant. Champagne rugby. They move it on the short side. It's Hoppy. Is it? No, it's not. It's Welland. Saints against breading it. Scully dabs it for the corner. By corner comes up with it. Newlove puts an hand round it. It looks certainly a little bit high. The referee has pulled him up for it. He said it was off the shoulder, round the neck. But he spun out of it by corner. There wasn't a lot in it, was there, Mick?
No, there wasn't, but he's doing that too many times, is Newell, making eye contact. He just seems to got into habit of just throwing his arm. As you say, no real intent to hurt anybody. Not anywhere near remotely a stiff arm, but just seems to be getting into habit of just swinging his arm round and giving a position up, a good position. Well, I'll tell you, Ron, these players are putting on a fabulous performance. If these guys were racehorses, they'd all be dope tests now. Oh, Gilmore. Just Bulls just making mistakes on that left-hand side. That's 3 times they've coughed the ball up there.
It's a good job that he did get second contact and put it into touch there, I think, because Hoppy had scooped down. He was just going to scoop it up and it was taken away from him. And he'd have been in a big gap as well, wouldn't he? But Saints bring it on the short side now. The Beast. Scully at dummy half. Chris Joint. Stewart on the short side. Newell takes up the position. Will Saints spread it right across? Shields, well, that looked a shade high as he came through, and he's only about 6'5", isn't he? But there we go. Scully loaded it. Stewart into Joint. The captain goes behind the sticks. What a try! Superb rugby at Nosey Road by the Saints. 39 minutes and 30 seconds on my watch, and that's a killer blow, isn't it, Mick, for the Bulls just before half-time.
Certainly is, through 3 fabulous tries in this last 10 minutes for the Saints. Sculthorpe being involved in 2 of them. Absolutely fabulous. Great pass from Sculthorpe. Overloaded that left-hand side, the Bulls' right-hand side. They all come running straight. Sculthorpe picked the right man out, Stewart. Nobody picked him up, he went sailing through.
Yes, he's done well, he's playing well tonight, is Stewart. Obviously it's all, I think, with the likes of these lads that's come off the bench, that's been playing on the bench, the likes of Stewart, Hall and others. Obviously it's difficult getting into the game when you come off the bench. I think once you've actually once you're actually in the starting lineup, you're in part, it just seems so different. And Stewart's been in the last 5 or 6 games in the starting lineup as Sculthorpe pops it over. There's the half-time hooter, bang on the 40 minutes. But the confidence they've got, and yet it started, they nearly scored early on in the piece. Couldn't get through the Bradford defence. Bradford went at the other end. Vicona scored it, there was 4-0 up. Saints hit back with the captain, Chris Joint. That went unconverted, it 4 apiece. Then Gilmore with a great try, Paul Gould it, 10-4, and you thought, aye, here we go. But then Saints came back, and we tries from Nickel, goal by Sculthorpe, that made it 10 apiece. And then 3 tries, as Mick said, in the space of 10 minutes, with Sculthorpe, Stewart and Joint, with a lot of ball handling skill involved, all goal by Sculthorpe, Mick. And it's obviously been a great game. The first half, 28 points to 10, and I'm sure words of wisdom from your coach, Brian Noble. I don't think he'll panic, but obviously Ian Millwood, he'll be ecstatic. But the Saints are playing well, playing with great confidence.
Certainly are. We'll just have to see how the Bulls react when they come out for the second half.
That's true. Join us for the next half, well, the second half here at Nosey Road, half time, 28 points to 10. Tremendous stuff. I love you, Phil. Here come the Saints. The visitors have already taken the field. Contrary to what I said before, the wind hasn't turned round, Mick. It's still blowing a gale. Let's see if Bradford can do anything with it. They've not done so bad in the first half against it. It's 28-10 at half-time. Boy, will we have a game. Obviously, 18-point cushion for the Saints. Means Bradford have got to score 3 converted tries, plus another score to take the lead. And that's obviously providing that Saints don't score, and you wouldn't bet against that. Obviously, the tails are up, they're playing well. Anything can happen. Saints to kick off, it should be Bradford to receive me.
Yeah, we'll just see how Sculthorpe goes this time. Well, he goes deep. It's a swirling ball. Oh, and Vicona. But very casual with that. It's difficult for us to see because the sun's right low, it's dead in his eyes. And the players are coming out of shadow as Anderson brings it forward. Been looking to get into the game early, Bradford. They want to salvage anything from this game. They've got to be the first to score. Fielding from straight at knuckle. At Joint is Peacock. Bulls getting a roll on. Through the forwards. Well, that's not the best kick. Wellens returns the ball almost back to where Henry Paul had kicked it.
Yes, and used the referee as a bit of a foil, but didn't get very far. It wasn't the best of kick starts, as you said, Mick, and straight into Wellens' bread basket. So no problem. Sonny Nickel on late in the first half for David Furley. Mark Edmondson, another player obviously there that's been in the starting lineup for the last 2 games and getting really stuck in. All the lads are playing for each other, and they've got to do, haven't they? Jabbed upfield, they're going to run dead. Bradford let it go. They'll restart from the centre of the 20, but Saints hoping to keep them up that end. And here we go, the Bulls bringing it away. Good tackling, centre field, 2 and 3 men in, and they've got to be, because the Bulls hit and spin, they're moving it out. Good tackling again. The Beast in there along with Tim Yonkers. Cries for a forward pass. Obviously, as Mick said before, they come onto a short ball. Good pressing, Mick.
Yeah, Anderson did well then. Pushed the line right back, and here goes a high kick. Much too strong. Almost ended up in the centre of St. Helens. So it's difficult to judge. The wind's gusting, so it's just so difficult to judge when you put the ball up to get the right weight on it.
Yes, you're right. Sculthorpe to Stewart. Come on, you Saints, from the popular side, faithful. Obviously, you'll judge by our pictures that we're ensconced on the restaurant roof. As Sonny Nicol drives it through, usually we're just above the popular side, faithful. Sculthorpe got the ball from Cunningham. He's looking at always putting it out to the back door. There's Cunningham again. Puts the speculator out. The last one of this sequence for the Saints. Sculthorpe the kicker. Dabs it cross field. Withers there. Withers lets it go. It's touched his legs. It's all on. I think it's Withers. By corner. I beg your pardon, Mick. Oh, risky pass. But Bradford did well. And now the Saints. Well, they haven't completed the tackle. Withers still drives it forward. Shady play, but Bradford come away with it. They're driving it downfield. Good running. Anderson comes through again. Takes some stopping, but he has been stopped. The Bulls gradually clawing away. Just inside Saints territory. Once again, run around. The ball's there. Gilmore, is it Gitno? Gilmore, the man in possession. The last one of the sequence. And here comes Henry again. He's going to see if he can adjust it this time. Puts it high. Sullivan under it. Took it well. Sidestep past one. Sullivan's away. Oh, just take. Now he's out of it. Took the ball well, Mick. And obviously Bradford, they just tackled at the second bite of the cherry and stopped him because I thought he was going to be away. Edmondson, good driving run. Looks as though he's put a bit of beef on as well.
Yeah, it looks as though the Bulls are targeting Sullivan. They might suspect that he's a bit suspect under the eyeball, and in these conditions anybody is. It looks as though Sullivan's going to have to do a lot of catching this second half.
Yes, it's Cunningham to Iro, but good tackling. Well read by the Bulls. Last one of the sequence. Saints are running it. Power play. It's going to be the turnover. Bradford will have possession. But Saints, obviously, they're doing well. We've had 5 minutes of the second half. There's been no scoring yet. Bulls in possession, Mick.
No score, but it's been non-stop. Here comes Peacock. And Cunningham doing well then on that last tackle. Deciding that the... Oh, well, that's silly stuff. Giveaway stuff from St. Helens. Here goes Anderson. Comes powering it forward. Yonkers doing well with his captain joint. Now Gartner, and another good tackle from Chris, from Cunningham. Solid lad. Robbie steps, spins. Nicol, alive to everything. Bulls now, setting up. This is Fielden. Fielden goes down. Henry Paul wanting the call. Sanderson, oh, that's nice play. Good defence though. Nobody expecting that. Nice little setup. Joint and Nicol did well. Loss, trying that quarterback sneak. That's a penalty. He's taking it out of his hands. Well, that's James Lawes complaining. I think James Lawes is quite right to complain. Hoppy just took the ball out of James Lawes' hands as he stood. Here goes Stewart again. He's in for his hat-trick. Good tackle by Henry Paul. Oh, he's only got one. All right. So Saints come right upfield, just been defending their own line desperately, pushed right back onto their own goal line, and now they're attacking the Bulls. They're 15 metres out. Sculthorpe short side. Newell with that distinctive step inside. Sculthorpe again, this time dummies. Last tackle. Bulls press right back onto the line. Left hand side, Newell, dangerous from here. Chances now. How much toe has Vicona got? How much has he got? He's got strength. He's got Sullivan chasing him. Keeps going, does by corner. Good chase from Sullivan. Good running from by corner. Forshaw made that difficult for Peacock. For Gartner. Came on his blind side when he would have acting half. Here goes. Fielden. Fielden comes forward. Well, this is non-stop stuff. 1 minute you're attacking the line. The next minute you're defending your own line. High anxiety. Stewart did well then underneath on Gartner. And Gartner knocked on. It was only a little one. But all those Saints fans in that corner, all cried out in unison, so it must have been one.
Well, I wouldn't bank on it, but yeah, why not? But good pressure there, and all coming from Saints, nearly attacking, and the loose ball by corner, bringing it away. Now with Hoppy. Peter Shields taking the tackle. So David Purley back on for the Saints. Oh, and some good, solid, hard tackling there. Is it Mark Edmondson that's gone off? I think it is. As Cunningham twisting, turning, spinning. Now with Sculthorpe, puts boot to ball. Withers turns, he'll gather it. Saints follow him up, looking to stop him there. And if they can, quick play the ball as Bradford just trooping back slowly, Mick.
Yeah, good kick then from Sculthorpe, made good yards against the wind. And this is Mackay. First touch of the ball. Gilmore tries a cut inside. Clock running down. Bulls need to get a score on if they're going to retrieve anything. Forshaw, good defence from Saints. Oh, but Forshaw, superb second effort. Got Robbie Paul. What a pass! Robbie Paul gets out to Newlook's tackle. Take a bow, Mike Forshaw. It looked for me all the world he'd run a red light, and he copped a couple of big shoulders, but he rolled out of the tackle, offloaded to Robbie Paul, and Robbie Paul did the rest. Just too much ump on him with Robbie Paul for Paul Newlook. Superb try, almost from nothing wrong.
Yes, almost from nothing, but great work by Forshaw, as you say. We was only commenting about him before. I mean, he's getting on in years, isn't he? Like, but he's playing at the top of his game. New contract for him. He did well there, broke out of the tackle, created the gap. Robbie Paul following him up, and he broke out of the tackle there and under the sticks. Henry's converted it. Saints may be struggling a bit.
At one time you would have said when the team's 18 points out at half time, that was game over, but not these days, Ron. Yeah, Mike Forshaw, as you say, has been in outstanding form this season. Oh, again by corner. Seems to be playing ping pong here, but he runs out so well, makes good yards, brings it out to the quarter line. Laws to Anderson. Anderson winds up, runs all over Cunningham, and that's not easy. Oh, look at Peacock with a good chance. Good ball from James Laws. Just that late offload. Needs a quick play of the ball. Henry dummying, finds Gartner. Gartner steps. Nice work. Joint did well then. Long passes on. Robbie Paul did well to recover that. Robbie Paul looking for a space. He's found one. Oh, he's overrun one. He just drifted past a big gap then, did Robbie Paul. That's easy for us to say up here. We can see the width of the field. Last tackle. Short side, Forshaw. To Price. Price puts it down. And Hoppy knocks on. That will be a Bradford feed. Well, no way. Bradford didn't play that ball. That's got to be a Bradford feed, yeah. So it's back-to-back sets for Saints. Pressure building, Ron. As both these teams have shown that they can score from anywhere on the field. Both sets of fans happy with the team's performance. You can't say that the Bulls haven't played well, it's just that Saints were fabulous in that last quarter of an hour of the first half. But most of the play being down here. 14 minutes gone in this second half, and most of the play being in Saints' red zone. Here goes Sportshaw. Doubles it up with Anderson. Anderson running in like that saps the strength out of anybody that's tackling. Oh, nice little ball. Peacock's in. Good try. Superb football. Just that little ball, holding it late. Going to the screen. Well, there's no question that's a try. The ball never grounded. Henry Paul, just having a word with John. For me, that's a try. I don't know what you'll think, but the ball was never grounded. He kept the ball off the grounded Peacock.
Yeah, it looked it to me. I wouldn't have said there was any second movements and anything. Whether we can just see anything just to our right on this big screen.
But disappointed with that with Henry. I think that's the easiest kick he's missed for a long, long time.
Yes, a good try there, good running by Bradford. They're on a bit of a roll. They've 2 tries in the space of 4 minutes. 28-20 the score. Saints to get things underway with 16 minutes gone, so plenty of time, Mick. And it certainly it's exciting. It's been non-stop, as you said.
It certainly is, and anything can happen. The Bulls might get closer if they do what would Saints do in reply. They've got the ability to open up and play football from anywhere. Yeah, I wouldn't put my money on anybody. This is anybody's game. Here goes Mackay. Oh, good stuff from hasn't missed many hamburgers, Mackay. Forshaw again. Forshaw's got away. He's got Robbie Paul. It's Robbie Paul again on Forshaw. The Bulls are they're alive. Again, take a bow, Mike Forshaw. Mr. Connolly going to the screen. Well, I wondered what the Bradford fans were. What? Oh, they may be wondering if there's been a problem earlier on in the movement. I didn't see one. No way. I'd say they're just a man standing. It's not obstruction run unless you move into somebody's way. So the Bulls, with this kick, will be within 2 points. Yes. 3 tries in 6 minutes. And Saints having a chin whack to the right-hand side of the post. Still plenty of time. Still plenty of time for anything. $16 points in 6 minutes. Well, that's a shock for the Saints then. I don't care who you are. Same for Bradford. When somebody puts 3 tries on you in short space of time, it really shakes your confidence. And once again, Skull thought with that kick off again, and it's bouncing and running away. And once again, by corner comes up with it. This time doesn't get so far. Falls to Stewart's tackle. Oh, it was Newlove's tackle. Fielding brings the ball out. Oh, Fred. Foreshot again. Offloads. Oh, Gilmore. Knock on. Well, he heard you right. He's right up there on and he heard you. We've got wind blowing this way. We must have wonderful hearing, Bob Connolly.
Yeah, good and Mick, good and. But Bradford again nearly caught it. Forshaw again getting things underway, moving it over, and just the ball being knocked forward. Saints need to score next. The Beast. I don't know whether he's, well, the Beast there, he was being mauled a bit. Now it's with Stewart. Sculthorpe attacked in half. Wellens. Now Cunningham. Spurley runs it forward. Centre field. 20 metres out. Saints need to score. They trail by they lead by 2. Wellens, good speculator. Saints looking to take it and move it out quickly, but great tackling by the Bulls. Sculthorpe jabs it forward. Bradford have the possession. It did touch a Bradford man and come forward. Now the Bulls, they have it. They've run well from their own 20-metre area. They've come within 2. The travelling public are obviously giving them plenty of stick at the back there, geeing them up.
The Garner back on field. Must be on to 20 minutes, last 20 minutes drop. Mackay comes forward, looks to offload. He's an handful when he gets moving. Ball goes back to James Laws. James Laws puts too much meat on it. That's poor selection, poor options, poor execution. That's 2 positions they've given up. Gilmore dropped the ball and now Laws has put the ball out on the full. Stewart. I'm sorry, Yonkers.
Yeah, just testing. It is hard, it's difficult here. Sun's right in our eyes and Hoppy to Iro. They're taking Iro towards the touch and only for the intervention of Price there. He'd been better keeping out of it. They might have put him in touch. Yes, Hall that's operating on the right flank. Hoppy's gone midfield or into the pack. Now it's with Wellens. Good pressing by the Saints. They need to score. Newlove takes the tackle and it's a good tackle of the Bulls. The last one of the sequence. Saints keeping it alive, running it on the power play. Furley straightens up. Saints removing it and they can squeeze it out here. The Beast puts it back inside. The ball's still alive. Once again, can Saints come up with an opener? Oh, it's knocked forward. Bradford knock it forward. Saints will get head and feet at the scrum. Mackay went for the intercept. He was very unlucky there. He got hands to the ball, but that's pressure for the Bulls, Mick, really, because Saints were pressing. It was on the last tackle. They elected to run it again. And now, after the Bradford man's been treated, they're going to get head and feet at the scrum. Certainly keeping it alive, but as far as Saints are concerned, they need to score next.
Well, 20 minutes ago, I mean, anything can happen in that 20 minutes, Ron. And both sides showing that they're capable of scoring. Fabulous football from Saints. Moved the ball across the width of the field 3 times. Moved it to the left, then to the right, then back to the left again. And you're quite right. That could have been Mackay down here scoring, but he didn't catch it. He put the ball down, and it's back-to-back sets for the Bulls. Spin back right back onto their own goal line. No, I think it's Tam.
Yeah, the Bradford player still receiving treatment, and obviously Saints Beckies want the game to get underway, but referee Connolly is gone having a word. Saints want to keep the impetus going. The player's going to have to leave the field. Oh, no, he's not. It's by corner. He's a big guy, isn't he? Anyway, head and feed. Saints with the scrum. Sculthorpe, Stewart, back to Sculthorpe. Iro! He'll take the tackle. The Bulls will defend. Line side, Iron Saints are loading it. The ball's loose. The referee said it's been ripped out. Penalty to the Saints. What will the Saints do? They'll obviously go for a touch, I would imagine. And keep the pressure on. Or just a quick tap. Looks like Stewart. Right at the other end, very difficult for us to pick out. Not had me carrots this morning. Good running, out to the back door. Oh, just into touch as Hall was going in at the corner. Yeah, pushed into touch, putting the pass out to the back door, head and feed to the Bulls. 25 minutes of the second half gone. Saints 28, Bulls 26. Bulls with the ball, Mick.
Yeah, Mackay, and that's a relief for the Bulls. After back-to-back sets, Saints stretching them one way, stretching them another way. Back-to-back sets, then a penalty. So that's big relief for the Bulls, and it'll take them a good set to recover. They'll have a steady set with this one, steady 5, before they start going into overdrive. Put a kick on, a good kick on the back of this set. And they need to complete a set. They haven't completed the last 2. This is Vagana. Big lump of a lad, here goes Peacock, he's off, yeah. Peacock off Laws to Laws. Laws throws one out. It's with Robbie. Robbie feeds Fielden. Good tackle from Iro. But Fielden just not going at full belt. And that's off a Saints player. And that will be Bull speed. Yeah, it came off a Saints player that time. Still a bit of a rush pass though from Robbie. Lucky to get away with it. So the Bulls will start this set on the halfway line. Vangana stood out, finds Rob Henry. Henry to Mackay. Mackay puts his foot on the pedal. Good work from Sullivan. And Hoppy finishes him off. That was dangerous for the Saints. Nice football from the Bulls. Straight from the scrum. Using Vangana out wide. Oh, Forshaw! Offload, he's lost it, Forshaw, play on. No ripping out there. Excellent stuff from the Bulls. Desperate defence from the Saints.
Yes, desperate defence, but Forshaw just lost it under severe pressure. And now the Bulls are going to try and contain the Saints as Nickel makes forward motion. Purley. Good running by the Bulls, good tackling by the Bulls. Saints up against it there. Still just outside their own 10. Hoppy. Left thigh heavily strapped.
This is where wind comes into play, Ron, when you don't make good yards out to your own quarter and you're kicking deep from your own line.
But Stewart looking to find his way through. He's beat 2, he's beat 3. He's still driving. Good work, yes, definitely good work. Up to the 40, and now it's Sculthorpe. Puts it centre field. Is that Price that's back there?
Yeah. Leon Price with lots of grass. Well, he seems to be doing that a lot now, Leon Price. Offloads to Withers. Withers gets away! Gets away from 3! The Bulls return the ball almost to the half. As Nickel brings a big tackle in. Here goes Price again. Offloads to Robbie. Robbie dummies. Saints struggling. Shipping water now, Saints. Oh, well, the back set now. It's a good defensive line. Here goes Forshaw again. Both teams on fire, Ron. I mean, the both teams have put top efforts in. Here goes Vangana. Offloads to Withers. Withers toes it through. Wellens will collect this. Great in that situation, Oh, outstanding stuff from Helens. Looked as though he'd in a bad spot, but he got out of it. Steve Hall does some tough yards.
Yes, now Saints up against it, just leading by 2. Sculthorpe there taken up and looked like a late challenge. Cunningham taking one for his pain. Shields. Yonkers on his outside. Cunningham back up now. Took a little bit of obviously a hard tackle, and Sculthorpe puts it upfield. Is it going to go dead? Too much beef on it. Looked to try and angle it into touch. Didn't work that way. 10 minutes left, Mick. We've had nothing for the first 10 minutes. Then 3 tries, 2 converted for the Bulls. 28-26 the score. And Bradford with a tap restart from the 20.
Yep. Few tired-looking bodies out there today, Don. And you'd expect it, the big game's being played at an amazing pace. There's been non-stop football, end-to-end football. Henry, onto Van Garner offloads. This is what the Bulls have been doing, using the props to spread the ball. Price, offloads, it's for Sean again. Regan, Laws, good tackle, Sean Hoppy. Sean Hoppy did excellently well then, came up, took man and ball, killed the movement. Henry Paul, chance to run. Blows one over to Price. Bulls sending some ordinary passes out, but getting away with it. There's another ordinary pass. Chance for Van Garner. Hooks to offload, finds Regan. Regan's slammed down. Van Garner again. Offloads. Fielden. Offloads to Robbie. Hoppy again does good work. Regan, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. Regan gets one away. Robbie's organising attack. And the ball's on the floor. Chance for Vicona. Vicona, oh! Newell, check a bow. That was looking good for the Bulls. Till Newell popped up. Chances here. Chance for Peacock. It's all on. And that's 5th tackle. It's offside, is ruled. Mr. Connolly's ruled offside. So, exciting stuff, non-stop stuff.
It certainly is. You don't take your eyes off it. I wouldn't have said he was offside. I don't know. Obviously, we couldn't make it out there. But I thought that Bradford had knocked it forward, which they did, and it Saints, and then went back to Bradford. But Mr. Connolly's ruled the offside. It's relieved the pressure for the Saints. We're talking about the last 8 minutes. It's going to be pulsating stuff. Still, Saints lead by 2. Iro looking to squeeze it out to Hall, but good tackling there, Price involved. Saints need to score, try and a goal, I think would secure the point this evening. Top of the table, Bradford, Saints in 5th position. Always good ties here in these top 5 positions. The top 5 teams certainly they'll fill the arena, won't they? Big crowd here. Stewart, the ball back. Sullivan, oh, is it? No. It's Newlove, tidies up. Yes. Another set of 6. Yonkers. Mackay with the tackle. Sun got in. Wind still blowing. Plenty of tight bottoms on the seat in the stands. The game finally poised. 2 points. Peter Shields. Out of the back door to Iro. The Beast did well. He did. He passes his man. Slipped it to Hall. Hall comes in field. Saints are pressing now. Bradford forced to defend. Saints spread it out wide. That man Shields again, I think. Cunningham attacked in half. Will he go on his own? No. Oh, what a gap! What a gap! What a try! Sculthorpe the try scorer. Well, that looked easy, Mick, didn't it? A whopping great haul in the defence, and just as I was saying, no, there's no Bradford. Well, there is. There was two, they're just looking at each other. Dear me.
Took the ball right upfield and scored. And as you say, somebody out to lunch in the Bradford defence. Plenty of bodies there, but nobody came forward and took Sculthorpe at all. And you'd have to say that's the first time that a Saints forwards made any yards against the Bradford defence. They've made very little yards, apart from Cunningham. No forwards have made any yards.
Not really, not in the second half anyway. That's true. But great work there. Good pressure by the Saints. They made it tell at the right time. And Sculthorpe's going to walk this one over, no problem. Gives an 8-point cushion. It relieves a little bit of the pressure. But there's still 5 minutes and counting to go. We keep the watch going. There's not been many stoppages for... well, there has been a couple of a video ref, hasn't there, in the second half. But at least 5 minutes to go. Mick's just having a look at the big screen, see if we can see, but the Bulls try a tactical kick-off. Yonkers read it well. He drives it up. Now Saints will just have that little bit of bounce. 7 minutes remain on the big screen clock. Purley punching holes in the defence. Saints spectators will lift the side. They're out on the feet, aren't they? They've played like Trojans. A Stewart. Well, that's such a Bradford player. Was it knocked forward? It was knocked forward for me. Now what will the referee come up with? Henry Paul wants to get on. Obviously somebody's rattled his cage. Now the referee's gone over to the touch judge to consult. We're looking on the big screen, but I think that's a knock on by Bradford, and it's head and feet to the Saints. No, he's given head and feet to the Bulls, Mick. Because he couldn't see which hand he had stuck out. Oh yes, Wellens has got the ball. I stand erected, Mick. Now Sculthorpe, the try scorer, just inside Bradford territory. Saints will be looking to move it to the right, I feel. Peter Shields, he straightens it up, takes the tackle. Cunningham steps up, attacked in half. Shields with a good run. Tremendous forward, this guy. Purley, I beg your pardon, that's what I meant. I knew what I meant, but I know I didn't say it. The beast offloads Edmondson. He tries to straighten up. Puts the ball back to Stewart, I think. No, the ball's knocked forward. The Bulls have possession. It's with Price. Price into space.
Well, Liam Price didn't fancy his chances then on the outside. Iro offered him it. Came inside Leon Price. Robbie Paul to Peacock. Bulls playing catch-up football now. So knock on. Neil Love nearly once again taking the Robbie Paul pass. Four minutes left. The Bulls have got to score on this set. And scored again after that. Henry. Feeds Gilmore. Gilmore can't get outside Iro. Been on good defensive form tonight, Iro. Henry to Robbie. Robbie spins. Gets one to Laws. To Regan rather. This is Forshaw. Back to Gilmore. The Bulls keeping the ball alive. Both teams have kept the ball alive brilliantly tonight. Been very few handling errors for the amount of passes there's been. Good tackle from Shields on Fielding, but good running from Fielding. Chances out right now for the Bulls to switch back from Laws. Forshaw. Basketball's one to Henry. Henry feeds Van Garner. Somebody's going to run forward. Van Garner's going to have a go. Van Garner, dummies, throws one. Edmondson just has to drop ball on it. And James Law's not happy about that for some reason. I think he thought perhaps St. Clair had played the ball. But this is Steve Hall. That could have been the game. That could be the game, Ron.
Well, it could be. It's 2 minutes left, Mick. I make it now that we know about the clock. But Vagana tried to keep it alive, didn't he? And Edmonton well positioned and alert. As Hoppy takes it forward, 15 metres away from his own line. Sculthorpe had a blinder again, puts it back to Cunningham, into space. Cunningham puts the welly down. Cunningham is away. Price is chasing him. Oh, Saints are going to the right end of the field with time running down on the clock, and they lead by 8, 34-26. Sure, that's it, Nick. That's it now. Shields in for the try. Didn't look anything on. Bradford, as you say, somebody out to lunch again. And Shields, I think that is in for the try. It is. The big Aussie, big beam all over his face. 39 minutes gone on the clock. And a great break from Cunningham, which started it off. Price got to him, then they play the ball, and I don't think Saints could believe the luck, could they? Shields in for the try, and that's game, set and match.
So the Bulls will still remain top of the league, Ron. Saints will claw position up, couple of positions up, going to third, I believe. So this top five starting to get tight again.
Oh, it's interesting, isn't it? There's no danger again. We've got London next Friday. That's going to be a hard game. We've got the Pie Eaters coming shortly. They are not doing so well, I'm very pleased to say. And let's hope that we can give them a good idea here. But Saints did well there. Tidied up at the back. Chris Joint comes away with it. Tony Stewart named as the sponsors man of the match here. And they're counting down, and Furley's going to take the tackle. And there's the final hooter. There it goes. The referee stops the game. Saints come up with the valuable 2 league points, a 38 points to 26 win. They had a handsome lead at half-time, Mick, didn't they? 28 points to 10. And then it was all down to who could do it in the second half. Obviously, Bradford knew what they got to do. 10 minutes before there was a score. Robbie Paul in for a try. Henry Paul converted it after a good breakthrough by Forshaw. That's right. Then Peacock with a try. Some good running. Another short ball off one of the Pauls again. The goal was missed. It was a very good kickable position, wasn't it? That made it 28-20. Then Robbie Paul with a try. Another try. Henry Paul converted it. 28-26, and it was all on. That was only 16 minutes gone, Vic, in the second half. But then it was down to grit and determination. Saints' defence tightened up. Bradford couldn't break through, but also Saints couldn't break the Bradford line. Then Sculthorpe, about 6 minutes from the final hooter, which was, as you said, Mick, to be a crucial try. That was goal by himself. Sculthorpe made us an 8-point cushion at 34-26, and then Shields at the end after a good run-in by Cunningham that set up the field position. As you said, Bradford haven't played badly. Saints, great in the first half. Obviously, they've done enough in the second half, but what a game.
What a game. And again, non-stop. That last strike was indicative of the whole match. We had Vagana down here, making a threat on the line. Half tackle, throws a ball back, but within seconds, Saints are upfield, scoring at the other end. That's how it's been for 80 minutes, Ron.
Yeah, superb rugby, a great advert for rugby. At the home of the Super League champion, the Challenge Cup holders, the world champions. They come away with a point tonight, 38 points to 26. You've been with Mike Ron, Phil on the camera, Mick McGowan and myself, Ron Hoof. Join us for the next game of pulsating Super League 6 action. Thank you and good night.